Hi everybody, this is Universal Sidechain for a new tutorial. I'm so sorry I've been late for a month more or less, but I studied a little bit more about music and creating music, so my following tutorial will be more about technical points and other bass pitch. And today we're going to do a bass pitch from Professor Martin Gangnam Style remix. As you will hear here, sorry. The song is not finished yet, but you will have just a little preview. Here it goes.
Gangnam Style.
So it's not a complicated patch, so it won't take much more than 7 minutes, I think. It's a bass that have been used by lots of artists like Reverb, Bingo players, maybe Nico Romero sometimes, I don't know. But well, it's a really used patch by electronical artists, so I hope you will use it in your song. So let's start immediately. Just open a new reason file and create a combinator that I've already created and rename it Sexy Bass because I found that bass really sexy. Well, and now you will just create a maelstrom synthesizer. You must disable these things and activate the OS A and OS B. Here we want a square 16 sine wave, and here so to 4, I think. Yes. So on both of these oscillators, put the motion all the way down, and the oscillators A, you want the shift all the way down too. Here just put the shift on 22, more or less. Be careful with those knobs because it's you must be really precise, because if not it changes the sound a lot. A little bit balance now. Just put here the gain on 101 and here on 86. Okay, that's all for the oscillators. First thing here, you see the filter envelope. You want the amount on 14 because we want this to influence a little bit those filters A and B. So now route all these oscillators into filter B and chipper here. Filter B, put it on COM minus and frequency on 36. Put the keyboard knob. Now just route the filter B into the shaper, activate the shaper, leave it on sine and put the amount on 76. Okay, now it's all going into the filter A. So for the filter A, we just want the low pass filter because we will take out some high hands because we don't need them. Because into the mix, as you've heard, our Professor Martin is using another bass with lots of high hands and less low hands, and so we do not want that high hands to fight. So we will just put the frequency on 106, I think. So we will have high hands. We do not want the original sound to be break up, but we will reduce the high hands. And now we're creating a EQ. So activate the EQ, a low shelf, put the gain on minus 10.3 dB and the Q all the way down. So we won't have that little bounce here. We're doing this because we do not want all these low ends that will fight after with the sub bass into the mix. And here with the high shelf, put it on 3 kHz, gain 1.7 dB and Q all the way up. So from 3 kHz everything is boosted at the same amount. Now add a little bit more fatness to the sound and a stereo feeling by adding a unison and put it on 22 dry and wet. Okay, now we will destroy the sound. So create a screen for distortion. We will make a sound more fat, so we will create a tape mode. Put the damage control on 56, P1 84, and P2 on 38, a little bit more. So this distortion create a fat sound. And it boosts a little bit up the volume of the sound. Now we'll make it more aggressive by creating another distortion, but we'll put it on tube mode. We don't not want to be that prominent in the mix, so we'll put the damage control on 48 and put all the parameters all the way up. Now activate the body section, put the resonance on 65, scale on 0, auto on 8, and we want the B type. Okay, now the sound is done, but we're going to take out some muddiness that the distortion add. So we will take it out by creating EQ. Put a low cuts, and now activate the P1 and put it on 275 Hz more or less. That's where the muddiness of the sound is for that distortion. And put the gain on minus 10 dB. No, 16 dB. So it does not change that much, you can't really hear it, but it take out lots of muddiness into the sound, and it makes a little spaces for the snare for this into the mix. Now P2, put it on 1 kHz, 0.7, gain minus 4 dB, and that's it. Now we're going to create a delay. Put it on 4 steps, feedback on 4. Oops. And dry wet on 1. Oh shit. For more control you can use the shift tab, but here I'm taking my mic into my left hand, so I can do it. Now add a digital reverb, put it on gated, and put size on more or less minus 50. Oh fuck, minus 50, decay on minus 52 more or less. You do not have to be precise, do it like this. Damp, same thing, 12, 10, and dry wet, put it on 24. Okay, now add another digital reverb, put it on medium room, leave the size where it is, decay on minus 52 more or less, damp on 12, dry wet on 12 too. So give more body to the sound, but you know, we found making the sound maddy, sorry. Oh, my English is so bad today. Now we'll create a vocoder because we want to add more crispiness to the sound. Put it on 4-band equalizer mode and put the shift on 14 more or less. And then last thing, but not the less important, is to add a compressor. We won't compress the bass here because it's punchy enough, but we will add just a sidechain compression. So you can put the sidechain output here into this input, and then here you can add a redrum instance or whatever that will go here. it's just more easy for saving the pitch. And here what we're going to do is put the ratio all the way up and threshold more or less on minus 23 dB. Okay, and here for the attack and the release, this are my advice. You usually you will put the attack all the way down, but I don't want the clip. Sometimes you create a clip by doing this, so I raise up a little bit the attack on 15 milliseconds, and here the release I put it usually on 190 milliseconds, 180 milliseconds, because I don't want the release to be longer than the kick time. So I don't, for that kind of bass, I don't want the bass to be you know, that pumping effect. Here you do not really hear that sidechain compression, but for the mix it's much better because you can hear the kick and it doesn't fight into the mix. So I think it's a good oh gosh, I don't know. Well, that's all for today. I hope you'll enjoy this tutorial. So I will be creating more tutorial because now I know how to record them properly and I've learned a lot. So I'm not a lazy boy. Do not worry about this. I will put this song on YouTube when it's finished by Professor Martin. Hope you will enjoy it. Have a nice day, everybody.